up, YouTube? It's Afol, man. I figured we'll do a tutorial on my little MOC car. It's a little BMW Roadster or Mini Cooper, whatever you want to call it. I figure I'll show you guys how to build it so you guys can build your own. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up the red one here. So let's go ahead and take it apart, and then we can look at all the pieces, and then I can show you how to build it. Alright guys, so you basically start off with the normal car chassis, and then you get 4 of these wheel brackets. And I'm sorry for not saying the pieces' names properly, but I'm going to call them what I call them, and you guys will hopefully know what I'm talking about. So you got your 4 wheel brackets. You want to put it basically one stud back, front and back. And then we're going to put our front bumper on, and to do that we're going to start with this. I'm not sure what this piece is called. It's like a modified plate with 2 studs on top, 4 studs in the front. So we're going to take that. And then we're going to take 2 of these 1x2 slopes with the curve. We got 2 of those. And then 1 of the 1x2 cheese slopes. And we're going to put that in the middle, basically for like an air scoop. So put that right there. And we're going to take 2 of our 1x2s. Plates, and that's basically going to be our headlight holders. So we'll take our 2 round clear studs, and we're going to put 1 on each one right there. Sorry, and then 1 on this one. And basically what we're going to do is just take our cheese, or not our cheese slope, but our slope pieces, put them on the side of the bumper, just like that, 1 on each side. Then we're going to take our 1x2 plate that we put our headlight on, and we're going to put that right on that, right there, just like that, 1 on each side. And that way we can hold up our headlights and not have our wheels getting hit by the plate. And just put that right on the front, just like right there. So then there we have our front bumper with our headlamps. And then from there, we're going to add our front grille, which is going to be our wheel mud flap here. And it's got the larger slope. So like these are the wheels we're going to put on the sides. And then this is the one that we're going to put on the front grille. You can see the difference there. But before we put that in there, we're going to put, I was just doing this just to give it a little more detail. Is this a 1x2 gray slope? You could do whatever color you'd like. And put that right there on the front, on top of that piece. That way when you look in there, you'll be able to see that. And then we'll take our wheel mud flap, whatever you want to call it, and put that right there. So that's our front end with our front grille, and coming along pretty good. Now at this time we can go ahead and put our front wheels on there if you want. Our front wheel fenders, mud flaps, put 1 on each side. Now we want to get this all at the same height as the wheel frames there. So we're going to take a 1x2 red plate and stick it right there. Kind of get that same height. And then we want to do the same thing right here. So we're going to take a 1x2 brick and stick it right there in that first spot. So that kind of gets it all at the same height. Before we add the brick right here, we're going to go ahead and build up the sides. And you basically do that the same way if you've built a new race car. It's kind of the same style. It's basically just a way to get it a little wider. So we start with a 2x4 plate, and then a 1x2, or not 1x2, but 1x4 plate, and we'll just stick that right on there like that. So you have that just like that. And then I'm going to take 2 of these 1x2 modified red plates. It's kind of got that groove on it. Give a little texture. Take 2 of those. So then there you have that. And then what you're going to do is just stick that right on the side. And that kind of makes it look a little bit wider. And it still carries that same color line through there. And we're going to do the same thing for that side. We're going to take another one, add the white or whatever color you're going to basically be making yours. 1x4, or you could use 1x2s, whatever you got. And then take our two modified 1x2s, stick them there. Put it on the other side. So there we got that. Both sides. Made it a little wider. Now what we're going to take is a 1 or 2x4 brick and stick it right here, just to kind of fill it in. And now we want some of our slopes inverted, and you want this to be the same main color. So I got red here. I got 4 of them, inverted 1x2 slopes. We're going to take that, stick it right there so that it just flows perfectly, doesn't hit the tire, but it covers up all the cracks. Actually, 2 of these aren't inverted. Set these to the side. Take the other inverted one, put it right there. Now, I forgot to mention, we want this with that 2x4 brick, we want that to be 1 plate higher. So you can take a same color plate, 2x4 red plate, stick it right on top of that 2x4 brick. That way it will just line up perfect with the hood. We'll go ahead and take our hood now and put that on there too. So you want a 6 wide hood. You put that right there, leaving 1 stud back here. So then we're starting to come together. Already looking better. Now right here is, I left these spots open for the mirrors. Now for the mirrors, we're going to use these modified plates. Kind of got the stud on the side, and we'll just stick 1 on each side right there. Give it that nice mirror. And you could put a clear round or a silver round piece on there if you want to. I didn't, so we're going to have that. And we also want to bring this up right here, just so we have room for our steering wheel to sit there. So I'm going to take a 1x2 brick. We're going to stick that right down in there, just like that. And we'll go ahead and take our steering wheel now, stick that in there. That's where that's going to go. So we got our steering wheel. And there's really not room in here for a seat, but the minifig will sit there. Now to fill up these sides here, we're going to take 2 2x4 bricks, stick 1 on each side, just like that. And then to give it a little more detailing here, we're going to just take, I got some of these printed round tiles. You can do whatever you wanted to here. I'm just going to stick 2 on one side, just like that. Now I'm going to just take, if you had like a 1x2 tile, you can put it there. I just have a Grille piece. I'm going to stick it right there just to give it some, cover up those studs a little bit. Now we want to put our 2 inverted slope pieces back here. So you got 1 more of those, and then another one on the other side, just like that. Now ideally, what you want to have here is like a 1x3 tile on both sides. Unfortunately, I don't have that. All I have is a couple 1x2s and a 1. So I'm just going to use what I have. So I'm just going to take the 1x2, stick it right there. Same with the other side, just to kind of hold those 2 pieces together. And then just take the 1, put it there. We could go ahead and put our windshield on there now. Now the windshield, I'm not sure what the angle is of that. You know, if you're going to make it convertible, you could use a whatever angle you want, but it's a 4 stud wide windshield. And we'll just stick that right there. And that just sits perfectly on there. Now we want to fill in some of this area right here, and I have a 1x4 plate. And I'm just going to put that right there in front of those wheelbase. So it just kind of fills in some of that area. And we'll go ahead and put our wheelbases, our mud flaps on there, one on each side. Now we want to do the fenders here on both sides, and to do that we're going to use some more of these slope pieces here. These I'm not sure would be a 1x4 slope with a curb, but to get it to the right height we also want to use 2 of these 1x2 plates. So we'll take one of those and stick it on each side right above the mud flap, just like that. So you want to put one on each side, just like that. And then take your slope piece, stick it right on top of that. It's kind of hooking that one stud to that inverted slope. And it gives us that nice little raised fender look. Now we want to raise this up back here a little bit. So we're going to take a 1x2 brick and stick it right here. And we're going to take another 1x2 brick and stick it right on that back car chassis piece. So it kind of staggers the height a little bit. Now take some of these, let's move this back, take some of these plate pieces. These, would this be a 2x2 or an angle piece? I'm not sure what you'd call this. And just take one and set it right here. And then do the opposite on the other side. Let's take it just like that. Just to kind of fill that in a little bit. Now what you want to do is take 2 of these, the opposite color, their main color, which is white here, my trim color. White 1x2 plates. We're going to take one, set it right there. Just like that. And then take the other one and do the opposite side. Now we're going to take our 2 slope pieces, our 1x2 slopes that we have. These are not inverted, these are the normal ones. We're going to take one on each side and just set it right up there on there. So just put it just like that. That's going to hold up our top. And now getting back here to the back, what we want to do is take another one of these, basically just like the front bumper, but this one is got 8 studs on the front, this modified plate, 2 studs on top, 8 studs on the front. And what we're going to do is take our lights, so we got our tail lights, I got some round red, trans red pieces, stick them right here, right in the middle top. And we're going to take 4 of these slope, 1x2 slope with a curve, these pieces, and just put them on each side, 2 on each side. And then right here is where you want to put your license plate. So you want a 1x2 plate, a different color, and I actually have the Back to the Future license plate, so I'm going to stick that right there. That's going to be our back bumper. And you just want to set it right on that piece right there. Just like that. Might have to put those on after you put the bumper on. That fits, just kind of tucks right underneath there on that slope piece. And then we want to take, I'm not sure what piece this is. It's like a slope fin piece. It's just a 1x2 with a fin. And just stick that right there. Just kind of give it a little back end tail fin. And to put our back window on here, we need to raise this up 1 plate. So I got a 1x2 plate. Then I have a trans clear dark 1x2 brick. We'll stick that on the bottom of that. Then we can just stick that right in here, just like that. That's going to be our back window. And we take our hood, which is I'm not sure what this is, a 4x8 maybe? Maybe that's what that is. Maybe more than that, you guys can tell me. But take that, and that's going to be our hood for our car. And then lastly, we have our wheels. And you could use pretty much whatever wheels you want, but obviously I'm going to use these nice new wheels that came on the race car. And they also are on the trailer, the Wave Runner set. And there we have what looks like maybe like a Boxer, BMW Boxer, or a Mini Cooper. But it's definitely a very nice car. You guys let me know what you think. And I look forward to seeing the ones you guys build. And as always, guys, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video.